able to perform, essentially, is how it feels.
Okay, go ahead.
And I already shuffled, so bottom of the deck, devil card. Not surprising. Okay. So first one, what to be aware of. 3 of Swords. Heartache. Yeah, being distraught. Though in this one, like the 3 of Swords is like so unique in this one because it's not total destruction with the swords like it usually is. This one is like she actually frees herself through it because of the bird in her heart. So it's really like a dynamic 3 of Swords that's kind of rare. And then this was what to do today, which is of course, god damn it. Compassion.
Self-compassion?
This deck is fucking with me. Yeah, it's compassion for others or yourself. It actually gets it however you want to read it.
And could you explain again what the topic is?
Topic is aging.
And fear of aging?
Fear of aging, fear of life. Yeah, that's really funny. Of course. Yeah, of course, it plays perfectly with 3 of Swords. Yeah. And what to avoid. That'll be funny how to take that one, but well, this card a lot of times is about teamwork. It's threes are numerologically, 3 is like having to make a decision. You know, with 1 you've got the state of something, with 2 you have options and choices, and then 3 you have a path to choose. And in this case, it's people working together. But honestly, if I was gonna read it intuitively, I would even say that there's something exhausting in that, actually. It's like every hand is one-upping the other one.
Maybe like comparison or
yeah,
struggling.
Right. It's like often that can be read as like a positive card, but
like teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork,
we
essentially.
Can all pull the heavy object
Right.
to work together.
Which is true, but if it was in a question of avoidance, you have to like play that card out differently. Then like how would that work in an avoidance state?
To me, that makes sense as like pulling the heavy weight of life and aging.
Yeah.
We can carry that weight together. We're all in the same boat of aging.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But that would be
that's
something
possible.
to avoid.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
avoid,
like
avoid other people's help or other people's help.
Yeah, you can, right. It depends how you want to look at it, because you can also say that the avoidance itself is making sure that you don't avoid this. It depends how you want to play that, you know? Like you can say, don't avoid. Like essentially, if you do avoid, then you won't get this, you know? That's where it gets tricky, because you can read it however you want. But I could also say, let it go. Stop holding.
Mm-hmm.
And in an intuitive way, it could be that I'm holding so much that I'm holding more than my share.
Yeah, and also that like this problem is for you alone.
Yeah.
Like avoid comparing yourself to other people, avoid bringing this onto other people. Like this is something, avoid the help, maybe like
yeah, because the other thing is like depending, like I don't always put natural beautiful faith in the cards. Like I don't say that this means that the world is good and that everyone wants to help you, you know? Like I don't interpret off of too much positivity. For me, it's like this actually could also be being in the beauty industry and people going, oh, it's okay, we know what to do, we're all doing it together, we're all avoiding together. So there is something in that too.
Avoid that community.
And also the pentacles is very much about coins. It's about making money. It's about anything that's slow and methodical and material. So Virgo, my sign is pentacles. It's earth. It's being, again, devil, being enslaved to the earth. Pentacles are not negative or positive.
And the beauty and the money associated with that is
there's earth.
Is worldly, right?
Right. It is very much so. When you take into account the bottom of the deck there, like there is something really big about that. You know, it's like
so what's
freeing the suffering. There's been like, it's not just a little suffering, it's like life-changing suffering.
Mm-hmm.
But freeing your heart out of it, you almost have to rip your heart out and let it go. You have to kind of like allow that detachment in some way of something to give it its freedom. You can't hold too tightly to certain things because it will lead to the Three of Swords. It's gripping things that should be able to fly. So thoughts, I would say, in swords is mainly thoughts. So it's very much like the mental distress of suffering. And the emotion is in the heart, of course, with the bird, but like the mental is like the real strong distress. And so she's doing something to free it. Even that is causing her pain. The letting it go is causing her pain. Which I would say, yeah, it's painful. Yeah, of course, that card is very much me. Very much, yeah.
Because letting go of that validation from beauty,
that almost hurts.
Because that's been so vital to you. Like that's been your whole validation.
Right, exactly. So to let it go feels like letting everyone else win. It's like, that really sucks. And then I could even interpret that letting it go puts me in the poor position. It puts me needing someone else's help, and it's like I'm afraid of being that person instead of that person.
Maybe that's who you are.
Right.
Maybe these are both you.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
And this is you helping your pitiful self. The one that's suffering. You need to be kind to yourself.
Right. And it's interesting because you see the coin, another pentacle. It's again with like this like earthly possessions, earning, not having. It's a lack of having, needing someone else to give it to you. And then here's the teamwork of working on it together. And I don't know. I mean, this card makes me feel tired, though. I don't know what that is. Like, that's intuitively in this reading, what I get off of it is like,
it's exhausting.
Yeah, it's like there's always an uphill climb. There's always something more you have to do.
Avoid that fight of trying to remain youthful.
Yeah.
Like, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Avoid that earthly desire, that money, that material desire, the material of your body, right?
And grouping myself with everyone else in this way of like what I was just talking about before about it being like this curse or something, and it's like everyone has to go through it, and there is something there about like unifying this like earthly thing. And like there's something about it that even though this isn't a negative card, like there's something about it that I don't like. That like I am trying to get away from in some way. It's some cycle of something. So yeah, it's weird because like I haven't had practice as much working with a card that's in a position where it almost negates what the card is saying. Like I have a hard time knowing how to play that. But in this case, I would say that that if it's in an avoidance thing, it's like, yeah, there is something there of like letting go.
Any
because it's a strong grip.
Any summation or closing thoughts or feelings, looking at everything as a whole?
I mean, it's obvious that there's a lot of attachment. There's a lot of negative attachment. I'm gonna pull one more card. I don't know if I should just go with the one that's on top, but like I kind of want to clarify out like what's the action to take. I'm just gonna go with the next one that was in there. Of course. I always get the High Priestess. It's like this card follows me around. Yeah, the High Priestess is wisdom.
So does that give you
she's the
clarity?
She's the gateway to wisdom and higher knowledge, higher sight.
So it's kind of like the accept the things you cannot change, change the things that you can, and have the wisdom to know the difference.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Wow, that's wild. Yeah. Yeah, and I have always gotten this card as being me.
And look how it opposes the beginning.
Devil.
The beginning starts with the devil, and the end is the High Priestess. It's like go through the process, like go from this to this.
Yeah. The other thing I could say in this is like, there is something to trusting nature through that incremental thing as well. But not trusting it so much that like it becomes the definition of yourself. It's like, so this is where like the metaphysical, this card for me, this card pops up in my, often it would pop up as me, who I am in the Celtic cross spread. In the position of what's supposed to be me, this would come out so often it became almost like a joke with myself of like, of course the high priestess. So I associate with this card really deeply, so it's funny that it comes out like that. Yeah.
Are you satisfied with the reading?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.